Nice sunny morning on the canal. Spring here tonight, nice little tree lined area. And I thought I'd just give you all a bit more of an insight as to life on the canal boating. You can see here the back of the boat. I've taken the cover down. This is what it normally looks like when you're cruising. You've got the tiller there and forward and reverse. There's not many other controls, that's it. And you're thinking, how do you see anything? The answer is you can't, unless you look down the sides. But you roughly know where the front of the boat is, more or less. So let's go for a short cruise. We'll go along the canals, through a few locks, more up, and then I'm going to set up the studio. I've got an idea for a drawing. So let's go. So the first thing you'll notice is actually a bit noisy at the back of the boat here. It's actually powered by a diesel engine. I think I'll just tune that out as we go along. The actual canals themselves were built mostly between 1760 and 1800, and they built them to transport goods, mostly coal, up and down England, which fueled the factories of that era. The railway network actually grew not too long after canals were built, and a lot of the canals fell out of commercial use. A lot of them were actually shut down, and then it wasn't until after 1947 a lot of the canals were restored and reopened for leisure. There's about 7,500 kilometres worth of canals and rivers to cruise on, so there's quite a few places you can go. The canals are home to a lot of wildlife. There's a lot of swans and ducks, otters, and there is plenty of variety in the flora you see as you go along. I do think cruising the canals has definitely influenced a lot of my artwork, and just being immersed in nature like this can really slow you down and make you notice things which you usually wouldn't really notice, especially regarding reflections and just the subtle varieties of colours. You get to meet a lot of people on the canals. There's quite a few people living full-time in their boats, and they usually cruise up and down just wherever the canal takes them, pretty much. It's quite a slow pace of life. The actual speed limit is only 4 miles an hour, so that's about a brisk walking pace, so it's pretty slow going. I've just had to speed up the video here so we can actually make some headway as we're going along. Boats were made of wood, now they're made of steel. Our boat's about 20 metres long, a bit over 2 metres wide, and is about 18 tonnes in weight, so it's quite a beast to manoeuvre. Boats can be as short as about 5 metres and as long as 22 metres. Canals often pass through cities and villages, and a lot of rural properties border the canal, so there's quite a few things you can see. It's also great for doggy walking and picking flowers. And here we are approaching a lock. I'm swinging side to side so I can try and get a view down the side of the boat as I squeeze the boat in here. There's actually not much room either side. This is a single lock. Sometimes there's only as much as an inch or less each side, so you kind of have to bump your way in there. Once the boat is snugly inside, we close the gates behind us, which of course is done by some pretty helpful crew, which is necessary. My job as captain is to remain at the helm and dish out the orders. Mostly though, I'm trying to prevent mutiny from happening on board, which I believe is quite common on the canals. Usually a canal side pub makes everyone jump ship. Once the lock is filled, the gates at the other end are opened and we are free to go. This time we're actually going down, so we close the gates behind us once we're in and the water is drained out. And some of the deep locks, which can be a little bit terrifying as a large waterfall can often appear behind you. Now that it has been drained, we are free to go again. It's all a bit of a slow process, but such is the way on the canal. Looking inside, it's pretty much a regular sort of apartment. Quite narrow, quite cosy, but it's all the mod cons are there. There's a couple of duck hatches on the side here which let in great light. You do get the odd swan sticking its beak into things though. Just a regular size bathroom, sort of walk through bathroom here. And we have these sleeping quarters for the crew. Just little porthole windows to look out of. And the main bedroom. The boat is actually powered, solar powered. Hot water is through a Webasto heater, or the engine heats up water as you're going along as well. It's actually quite comfortable, cozy but comfortable. So we've just pulled over in a spot here. It's actually quite windy, even though it is quite sunny, and I have put the back cover up, and in here it's all set up to do some artwork. There we have it. It's nice and sheltered in here, nice and sunny, so we'll get down to business.